Question number 9. A storage bin has a cross section in the shape of a rectangle and a semicircle. So this is the cross section here. We're asked to calculate the volume of the storage bin. So the first thing to notice is that the storage bin is a prism, which means if we want to work out the volume, it's the area of the end multiplied by the length. So the area of the end is the area of this cross section multiplied by the length from the front to the back, which is 80 centimetres. So the shape at the end is a composite shape. We're actually told this it's a semicircle and a rectangle. So if we split that into two shapes, we can quite clearly see that we have our semicircle area at the top and we have our rectangle area down here. So to work out the total area, we'll work out the red semicircle area and the blue rectangle area, and then we will simply add them together. So looking at the blue rectangle area first of all, that's probably the simplest one. So we'll just call that the blue rectangle to keep our working nice and neat. So it's a rectangle shape. The area of a rectangle, as you should know, is the length times the breadth. Substituting in the length and the breadth, the length is 62, the breadth is 30. So that's 62 multiplied by 30. If we use a calculator, then we get the area of the rectangle, which is 1,860 square centimetres. We'll just separate our working down the middle here. Now working on the semicircle. So we have the area of a circle first of all, which is pi r squared. And since ours is a semicircle, we'll just divide our answer by 2 at the end. So the first thing we want to do is identify the radius. Well, our semicircle up here, as shown, would have a centre point here, which means the radius would be the distance from here to here. Since we know the distance all the way across is 62, that would be the diameter, which means the radius would be 31. We now want to substitute that into a formula, so the area is equal to pi multiplied by the radius, which is 31 squared. If we do this on our calculator, then we get an answer of 3019 with several decimal places. Now that's the area of a circle. What we want, of course, is the area of the semicircle, which means what we need to do now is divide this number by 2. So we'll do that without clearing our calculator screen, which gives us an answer of 1509 we'll round to 2 decimal places at the moment, which would be 54. That's square centimetres also. We're looking for the area of the cross section, which we'll call the total area, and that's the blue section and the red section added together. So the rectangle area was 1860. Add on the semicircle, 1509.54, and that gives us the area of the cross section as 3369.54 square centimetres. So we can take this answer for the area and substitute it into our volume of a prism formula. So the area A is what we have just worked out, and the length L is this one here. It's 80 centimetres. So if we substitute these values into our formula, we'll do that down here. Then first of all, our formula V equals A times L. So V equals 3369.54 multiplied by 80. And again, if we use our calculator at this point, then we get a volume of 269,563.2, and that's cubic centimetres. And that's our final answer, the volume of the prism.